Hello everyone, welcome to MSFT webcast. In this video, we are going to see the steps on how to create filter and how to use that filter while assigning apps, policies and profiles in Microsoft Intune. When we create a policy, we can use filters to assign a policy based on rules we create. A filter allows us to narrow the assignment scope of a policy. For example, we can use filters to target devices with a specific OS version or a specific manufacturer. We can also use filter to target only personal devices or only organization-owned devices. The feature adds greater flexibility for assigning apps and policies to groups of users or devices. We can use Intune filters to target configurations, policies, and applications. Using filters, we can now combine a group assignment with the characteristics of a device to achieve the right targeting outcome. Before a policy is applied to a device, filters dynamically evaluate applicability. Let's understand the process. In first step, we create a filter for Windows devices. In second step, we assign a policy or app to the group. In the assignment, we add the filter in include or exclude mode. In third step, the filter is evaluated when the device enrolls, checks in with the Intune service, or at any other time a policy evaluates. In the last step, we can see the filter results based on the evaluation. For example, the app a policy applies or they don't apply. So this is how the filter is going to work in Intune. In this example, we will use a filter so that this only targets corporate devices or excludes personal devices. Because in our organization, we don't want to apply certain policy or app on personal devices. Now, let's see the demo. First, sign in to the Microsoft Endpoint Manager Admin Center as a global administrator or an Intune service administrator. We can access Microsoft Endpoint Manager using the URL https://endpoint.microsoft.com. On home page, click on Devices. Under Platform, click on Windows. We have two devices named Lab Win10-CLI01 and Win10-BYOD. We can see Lab Win10-CLI01 with corporate ownership and Win10-BYOD with personal ownership. Both devices are member of our test device group named Test Win Client. In the first step, we will create a filter to target all devices except personal. To do so, click on Tenant Administration. Click on Filters. We can also create filters in Devices and Apps. To create a new filter, click on Create plus icon. Name your filters so you can easily identify them later. For example, all Windows devices except personal. Enter a description for the filter. This filter is used to target all Windows devices except devices with personal ownership. Select your platform. In our case, we will select Windows 10 and later. Click Next. Now we get to the rules portion. We can find a list of supported rules and associated properties here. We will use the device ownership property with the value of personal. All of these are drop-downs which makes making the filter remarkably easy. Under Property, click on drop-down arrow. Select Device Ownership. Now we need to select the operator from the list. We will select not equals operator. We have selected not equals because we don't want personal devices to be targeted by our policy. Next, we need to select the value for our expression. In our case, it is going to be personal. Now I'm going to click here. The expression we created is automatically added to the rule syntax editor. To see a list of enrolled devices that match our filter criteria, click on Preview Devices. We can only see lab Winten-CLI01 because that device is with corporate ownership, not personal. Click on Close. Click Next to continue. In Review plus Create, review your settings. And when ready, click on Create button to create the filter. Wait for the confirmation message. All Windows devices except personal filter has been created successfully. The filter is shown in the filters list as well. After the filter is created, it is ready to use when assigning our apps or policies. For testing purpose, already I have created a configuration profile to prevent users from accessing the control panel. Let me show you that. Click on Devices. Under Policy, click on Configuration Profiles. Click on Prevent Users from Accessing Control Panel Policy. Click on View Report. We can see the policy is applying on both devices lab Winten-CLI01 and Winten-BYOD. Click on Prevent Users from Accessing Control Panel. Click on Edit Assignments. See, this is how we can edit our existing configuration profile. We have assigned the policy on our test device group named Test Win Client. We have two devices as a group members. Let's go to Windows 10 devices to check the access of control panel. This is our personal Windows 10 device. Open command prompt. Type command hostname and press enter key. We can see the host name Winten-BYOD. Let's try to open control panel. Type command control and press enter key. We can see the user is not able to open control panel due to the policy. Let's do the same on our second Windows 10 device. Type command hostname and press enter key. We can see the hostname lab Winten-CLI01. Let's try to open control panel. We can see also on this Windows 10 device, user is not able to open control panel. Let's go back to Microsoft Endpoint Manager Admin Center. At this moment, the policy prevent users from accessing control panel is successfully applying on our both computers, one with corporate ownership and second with personal ownership. Now we will use a filter in our policy. Click on Edit Filter link. We can choose to include filtered devices or exclude filtered devices. In this example, we will choose Include Filtered Devices option. A list of filters that match the policy platform is shown. We have only one filter, so we will use that filter. All Windows devices except personal. Click on Filter to select it. Click on Select again. We can see a filter is selected with include filter mode. From here, you can remove the group or you can add the filter. Click on review plus save. Click on save and wait for confirmation message. We can see the message assignment saved successfully. When the device checks in with the Intune service, the properties defined in the filter are evaluated and determine if the policy should be applied or not. First, we will initiate the manual sync with Intune on both devices. Click on Devices. Click on All Devices. Click on Lab Win10-CLI01 device. At top bar, click on Sync. Click on Yes to initiate manual sync. Again, click on All Devices. Click on Win10-BYOD. At top bar, click on Sync. Click on Yes. We can see the message Sync initiated. So as per filter and policy, users on personal device can access control panel and users on corporate devices cannot access the control panel. To check that, let's go to our lab Win10-CLI01 device. After waiting for around 15 minutes and performing several manual synchronization with Intune, finally the policy is applied successfully on our Windows 10 devices. We are on our Win10-BYOD device. Let's try to open control panel. We can see user is able to open control panel. This means a policy with filter is working perfectly fine. We also want to check the same thing on our lab Win10-CLI01. Let's go to that Windows 10 device and let's try to open the control panel again. And on this device, we can see still a user is not able to open the control panel. This means a policy with filter is working perfectly fine. But we also want to check the same thing using filter evaluation report for devices. Filter evaluation report for devices shows every app a policy with a filter that is been applied. For each evaluated app a policy, we can see the applied filters and get more detailed information from that report. To see that report, let's go back to Microsoft Endpoint Manager Admin Center. We have opened the properties of Win10-BYOD device. Under Monitor, click on Filter Evaluation. We can see Prevent Users from Accessing Control Panel is here. Click on Filter Evaluated link. We can see the message, the device didn't match any include filters and the policy assignment didn't apply during the last check-in. Filter name is there, mode is include, and evaluation result is not match. And that's why the policy is not offered to our personal device. Here we can see details about the filter. Here we can see the properties used for evaluation, that is device ownership, and ownership type is personal. And this is the timestamp when evaluation happened. So due to the filter, the policy is not applied on our personal device, and still a user on our personal device can access the control panel. We can check the same thing for lab Win10-CLI01 device. Click on Close. Click on All Devices. Click on lab Win10-CLI01. Under Monitor, click on Filter Evaluation. Click on Filter Evaluated link. Here we can see the message, the device match one or more include filters, so the policy assignment applied during the last check-in. Filter is here, mode include, and evaluation result is match. And that's why the policy is offered to our corporate device lab Win10-CLI01. So due to the filter, our users on personal device can access control panel and users on our corporate device cannot access control panel. Keep in mind that the filter evaluation results can take up to 30 minutes to show in the Endpoint Manager Admin Center from evaluation time. So if you are not seeing evaluation report, then you need to wait little longer. That's all for this video on how to create filter and how to use that filter while assigning apps, policies, and profiles in Microsoft Intune. Thank you all for watching this video. Have a nice day.